Hi everyone. My name is Emily Kollaritsch. Coming to you from Boston right now. I have a job out here, so I was unfortunately not able to come in person to the panel, but I'm contributing my thoughts to a video that I hope all of you guys watch. And so today the panel is just discussing trying to put in the consent education bill, but also with the recent lawsuit against MSU. I'm one of the lead complainants of the lawsuit against MSU for mishandling sexual assault cases. And so I think just starting off, there's a lot of reasons why consent is super important and why I think students need to harness our power so that we can push this bill forward. The first being just consent, so consent in its main form is to me is ask, listen, and respect. And respecting someone is extremely important. If someone says no, it's not, you need to stop. If someone's not moving, and that means you need to stop. There's different, use kind of body language of understanding your partner. But I also feel a lot of what is portrayed on campus, especially in the media, is this perception of stranger rape, knowing that you don't know your perpetrator. But most of the time, I think it's 98% of the time that you do know that person. They may be your best friend, they may be your father, your mother, it may be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner. It's really important so that we are harnessing our younger generation with what consent is. And I think it's a very easy lesson to teach people that can be very, very transformative in their lives. Just helping students harness this energy is amazing. So I know for especially younger kids, elementary and middle school, a lot of abuse that happens in the home. If we're teaching these kids this is what consent means, that person has to ask you if they want a hug. They'd be can I give you a hug? Can I give you a kiss? Can I touch this certain body part? That is what consent, you're asking for permission. And if permission is not given, then you're not allowed to continue. And so for little kids, this can help identify a lot of abuse that's happening in the household, so they know that the stuff that is going on is not their fault. And that in itself gives so much power to a little kid. Knowing, okay, this is wrong, here's how I can get help, here's where I can go. And this very simple lesson can go a very long ways. This can help with just and raising issues are going on in the household. Domestic violence is an issue that is very underreported and obviously happens behind closed doors. It happens with people who we never expect it to happen to, and we don't expect the perpetrators to be who they are. And so that's super important. And especially going on campus, a lot of people are oh, well, there's the rape trail, that's where it happens. And I kind of want to break that stereotype, because it most happens in dorm room or your parents' house or at a party. These are the things that happen. It's not this stereotypical rape, raped in a frat house or rape behind the bushes. Yes, that does happen, but more often than not, that is not what's going on. And that's why it's so important to try to break these myths and these stereotypes so that we can actually combat rape culture, especially a lot in colleges, but also just within middle and high schools. Kids should be learning about this stuff early on so that they can not only arm themselves with this power, but to know that this isn't their fault. And in a way, it's so healing and really effective. And so helping kids realize what consent is quite powerful. I know that if I had learned a little bit more about what consent is before I was abused, it would have helped a lot with knowing that A, this isn't my fault, B, I have somewhere I can go, and C, it was him who didn't ask, or it was her who didn't ask me, and therefore they violated me. And that helps a lot combating just the depression that may come post trauma. And so I always love using the analogy with the tea. It's tea. Like, if someone's like, oh, I'll have a cup of tea, but then it's hot, and like, oh, I don't really want it. You're not gonna force a person to drink hot tea. Like, I always like, especially with younger kids, like, this is such a good analogy to use. And I feel like the media, and especially politicians, some of them will over sexualize what consent means. Like, no, actually, like, consent is this great, like, concept. Consent is like asking someone, can I touch this part of your body? Can I give you a hug? Like, very simple things that, like, you're asking someone for their permission to touch them, like, any part of their body. Like, that is so powerful. And so I hope that, like, this message is getting across to you. I know I've been through a lot with my lawsuit just going public last week on Wednesday. If you guys didn't see it, it's actually on BuzzFeed and also Michigan Radio. There is a bunch of us. There is, let's see, and there's about 4 of us right now. And I'm pretty sure the numbers will grow just because MSU is quite bad at handling sexual assault and very abusive in their ways of handling it. Well, I hope you guys love this video, and thank you so much for your support, and I hope you guys all have a good night. Bye!